Yo, 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 yo. How's it going, everyone? Whoops, I forgot to make sure we checked something real quick. There we go. Sweet. All right. Excellent connection. Good, good, good. Okay. How's everyone doing today? I'm going to pull the mic up. Sorry. How's everyone doing today? We're here for another laid-back stream. Oh my god, my hair is so messy. I wasn't going to do webcam, and then, like, last moment, I was like, fine, I'll do webcam. So, yeah. So it's a little messy. I'm kind of tired. Happy to be here, happy to be live, but also, I'm a little tired, I'm a little slow today. So it's been a long week, to say the least. It's been a long week, so I'm excited to kick it off. I'm going to take a drink here, and then we're going to get into the, I guess, the big thing, because I didn't keep you guys updated like I said I would. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Okay. 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 Sorry, I'm kind of confused. It doesn't look like the stream is live. Sorry, I'm kind of confused. It doesn't look like. Okay. Wait, no, we're live. We're live. Okay. It's just a rough start. Hey, Sharktopus, how's it going? Okay, now I know for sure I'm live. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that there was supposed to be an update, and then I didn't update. Legion. MonsterArts Legion. So I actually didn't get an update until I woke up today. So Legion was supposed to be here today. It was supposed to be here today. Which I didn't have the money for it, so it wouldn't have been here anyways. I just didn't quite have it. So I was going to pay for it tomorrow. But I got an email saying that she got pushed back. So now she's going to be showing up somewhere between the 27th and the 30th of October. So about two weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks exactly. They delayed her two weeks. So we'll have the funds for Legion. So although she'll be coming in later, that does guarantee, well, it doesn't guarantee me, but it makes it very, very, very likely that I'm going to be able just to not have to worry about it and be able to buy Legion and bring her here. Yes, so we'll be having an unboxing of Legion hopefully by the end of the month. Unless she gets delayed again, which, if I'm being honest, it's a little surprising that Amazon was supposed to be getting, well, any MonsterArts at the same time as everyone else. Normally they are like a month to half a month to a month and a half late. So there's a chance she might be delayed more. Works better for me because it gives me more time to make sure that I absolutely have enough money for the necessary stuff and Legion. So hopefully it works that way. Hopefully. We're going to see here. But yeah, so Legion, hopefully soon. I am considering ordering something else or two other things. You guys know that I'm behind this year. I still don't have Godzilla Final Battle 2021, and I don't have Suko and Mothra. So once I get those two, I'm actually caught up with the year. For 2025, I have everything besides Legion, and then it looks like some places might get Ghidorah before the end of the year. I was going to pre-order on eMedia Night, and it ended up selling out, or they at least took the listing down. So I will probably be pre-ordering it from Hobby Genki, and I'm also considering just pre-ordering it now. But I don't know. I'm not looking to spend too much money, because I'm going to focus some Bill's stuff and then, get some stuff moving. So yeah, I'm excited for Legion, but Legion's going to be another month or another half a month, another few weeks. So she can take her time. I kind of saw some tariff stuff I was looking at who had the cheapest Mechagodzilla and who had the cheapest Suko and Mothra. And I saw BBTS's Mechagodzilla price plus the tariff, and it made me want to vomit a little bit. So they've got it up for like $170 now with the tariff price included. So I'm very, 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 very curious to see what Legion's gonna cost. Which, you know, I'm very scared of that tariff, so I don't want any tariffs. Please, please, please. But so Legion, yeah, 2 weeks or so. So kind of for the main event of the stream, to get off of Legion, because you know it's Legion. We've got basically what I've got here on the banner is the Destroy All Monsters cast from the classic GameCube / Xbox game Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. It's a game I grew up playing. I was fortunate enough to have an original Xbox. That was my first console, was the original Xbox. So for me, that game specifically holds a lot of memories. I've owned a few different copies of the game throughout the years. This is my second copy, not my first. You can see I accidentally kept the the pamphlet for it. I didn't intend on doing it, but yeah, because my disc got scratched. Basically, I lost it for like 2 months, and then when I couldn't find it, I eventually found it. Like somehow it got stuck behind my Xbox, and it got a huge dent in the disc, and it was unfixable. So had to buy a second one. Man. But yeah, this is still like my original case though. Like this is still, 20 years old at this point, I think. 20 years old, probably. But it's a game I like playing, and I like adding challenges to collecting now that, like, you know, I'm very specific on what I'm collecting. I'm not just buying anything and everything and more. I'm being pretty picky now, you know, just collecting with MonsterArts. So I wanted to do it in, like, challenges. So the first one that I thought up, and I thought of it even before Godzilla 2000 was announced, and I was playing with the idea while the game is 4 years older than me. Yeah, dude, it's old. The game is old as hell. Well, and that's when I owned it. This game came out in 23. Yeah, 23 or 2003. This game is from 2003. This copy is 20 years old though, because I bought this probably 2005. Because it was hard to find. Because where I didn't live at where I'm at now, but this is where the town that I live in currently is the town you had to go to find GameStop back in the day. My town didn't have it, so we'd have to come all the way up here, and they wouldn't always have one. So I think it took like half a year to get another copy of it. It took a while, I remember, because my dad ended up coming down here and got it himself. Here's my Save the Earth copy. This was Blockbuster, I believe. Blockbuster or what was the Movie Gallery? I think it may have been Movie Gallery. I got it, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I got that one at a GameStop too. I can't remember. I remember renting it first though. I rented it from Movie Gallery or Blockbuster, one of the two. I think it was Movie Gallery. I think they had more games. I can't remember. I'm too old. Okay, guys, I'm too old. I'm kind of a little not sober right now. Coming off of a little bit of sleep help. So, but basically, okay. Let's get back on track. The whole point is I want to add challenges to the collection. So I'm focused when I'm making not new purchases, right? So when I'm not keeping up with pre-orders and I've got some downtimes and I'm caught up on things and I'm able to save a little bit of money to be able to buy older releases, I want to make it like challenges. I want to keep it focused. One, because it's just fun and entertaining, I think. And then it helps, like, I'm not just randomly grabbing at things like I do with the past and screwing myself. I'm being precise. I'm being focused. I'm buying the things that I really, really want. So it kind of fits this weird nostalgic year I've had where I've been super nostalgic about a bunch of things in my childhood. I typically don't get that way, but this year it's there. Maybe it's because I'm old. It's probably because I'm old. But one of the things I've been doing multiple times this year is watching playthroughs of Destroy All Monsters Melee, mainly because I don't have a Xbox that can play it right now. I do believe there's a emulator, but I don't trust downloading emulators. Hi, is my name, and I'm the King of Gamers. Nice, Gamerzilla. Welcome to the stream. Hi, how's it going? No Godzilla SH MonsterArts. Yeah, yep, we got him. We got him on here. We're just talking. No unboxings today. No unboxings. Maybe an unboxing later this week, maybe, or next week. So, yeah. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, so so I want to do a challenge. So this, what's on the screen right now is what I have. Okay, I am missing 3 releases. Is it 3? 3, I think. Yes, I'm missing 3. I'm missing. Well, I would love to talk about SH MonsterArts. Cool. Yeah, I will. I'm happy to talk MonsterArts, man. I love it. I'm missing Ghidorah 91. I'm missing Kiryu, and I'm missing Destroya, which Destroya has a pre-order coming up for that new decisive battle version. So Destroya is already technically checked off the list because we're getting it. Like, I am getting a Destroya no matter what. Secret unboxing of Kitty later on stream. No Kitty. Can I say the ones I have? Yeah, sure. Go right in, man. No Kitty. Tater might make an appearance. He's kind of grumpy right now. His mom's working late tonight, so he's been kind of fussy the last few nights. Which is why I have time to stream before work, because normally I'm hanging out with her, taking care of him, and now I, got plenty of time to do take care of him and stream a little bit. So we're gonna be. So we got Destroya on pre-order. So it's basically Ghidorah 91. And Kiryu. Expensive one is King Ghidorah 91. Exactly one of the ones I need too. That one. Specifically the special color version, I think, is the one that I'm gonna go for. I don't trust the old one. Eventually I will get the original 91, but that can be way down the line. I'm not rushing to get that scary one. That they pop up at conventions a lot. It's just you open them up and the wings are broken. So, like, I'm scared of that. So, but I wanna have every MonsterArts release. So, it's down the pipeline, and it should be sooner than later because those will start getting hard to buy. But I gotta focus on the versions of the characters I want first, and getting all of those, and then I can branch out and start getting the extras. The Evolved, nice. Evolved is good. I love Evolved. Yeah. So, and I almost was able to buy a Kiryu a few weeks ago, but it turned out it was a scammer on Facebook. So I'm glad I didn't do it. And I have lots more, including Haya. Nice. Haya's cool. So. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought. I apologize. Let me take a drink of water quick. My voice has been super... I'm not used to live streaming, guys, so I apologize if my voice gets hoarse quite often. I'm also extremely hungry for Chinese food. And I'm trying not to DoorDash any food to myself. Because I got paid. So... but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to resist, have some hard will, and not doing it. So, but back on track to Destroy All Monsters. So Destroy All Monsters, we're missing. So there's 3 that have released, which 2 of them happen to be the most expensive. Ghidorah 91 special color version 1 specifically, which is the harder of the 2 to find. or the more expensive. I shouldn't say they're hard to find because they're not really uncommon. I'm sure if I popped open eBay right now, there would be a ton of them on there. They're just going to be like $500-$600, which they can be that much. I would like to just buy one in Japan and get one for like 280, but I don't know how it's going to fit in the suitcase, so we'll see there. And then Kiryu, and we all know Kiryu. What's going on with MonsterArts Kiryu? I'm on a hunt to collect every MonsterArts and Haya variant or not. Nice. Yep. That's the same thing I'm doing with MonsterArts. Not Haya, but for MonsterArts. So, with that being said, with Kiryu's one I want back anyways. I really want Kiryu. Kiryu's one of the best figures in the line, and having this new Godzilla 2000, I pointed to at it at my desk. These literally, it's funny. I wish I could show you guys. So the photo that's on your screen is literally what's at my desk. I haven't moved them in 3 days. They're all just sitting here still in that same spot. I haven't touched anything. I was poking Godzilla 2000. The one I'm looking for most is the poster versions. Kiryu 02, Shinagawa Final Battle version specifically, because it's it's the complete version of the 202 Kiryus. So don't need Tokyo SOS for completing the game for the challenge, for the Destroy All Monsters challenge. But 03 is on the list, which is also one of the more elusive, expensive ones. Even to import it without counting tariffs and shipping, 03 Kiryu is it's a paycheck. It's expensive. It's still $400 or $500. And the thing with it over there is actually it's hard to even just get 03 in Japan. They don't seem to be on mandarakes very often, especially unopened ones, which is also what I'm attempting to go for, is getting unopened MonsterArts, so brand new, you know. So relieved. Yeah, with Haya releasing Kiryu, it's a good thing. I do think that by the time I'm getting ready to get Tokyo SOS Kiryu, I'm hoping there'll be a re-release. We'll get a Decisive Battle version. Hey, Omar. What is the Destroy All Monsters challenge? So that's the challenge, basically what this stream is about, where for my MonsterArts collecting, I want to focus it, and I want to add challenges to it to make it fun for the channel and for me. So like now, once I'm caught up with the stuff I'm missing from this year, I'll only be looking for those 3 that I'm missing, which Destroya is one of the new releases coming up as a reissue, with the Decisive Battle version, so I don't have to worry about Destroya. So now the next 2 MonsterArts I'm going to focus on is Ghidorah Special Color version 91 and Kiryu Shinagawa, which pretty tough start to the challenge because we're looking at like $200, $300, $400 MonsterArts right off the bat. And to be fair, we can't even complete this challenge because, as also said in the title, we're missing Megalon and we're missing Orga. So technically, we can't even finish this. But Destroy it. Yeah, the Tokyo City Waterfront Decisive Battle. Yeah. Yep. To sum it up. Because it's a mouthful. I'm a little too high for that, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, that Destroya. So that'll be my Destroya for this, so I don't have to go and buy the special color version, which I used to own. I used to own it. I used to have a huge MonsterArts collection, but then I sold almost all of it. King Ghidorah 72. We will be getting 72. I'm probably not going to import it. Tariffs and shipping have been expensive. To get it from Hobby Genki before the tariff is added in, it is $390. So that's an extra $90 on top of U.S. retail, plus tariff on the U.S. retail, plus sales tax for the U.S. retail. So I, I'm saving maybe like $10, $15. I don't care if it's, yeah, I'm getting it for sure. I'm just kind of deciding on where I'm pre-ordering it from. If I pre-order it from Amazon, it comes in it's beginning of February. If I pre-order it from BBTS, it might get here before the start of February. I'm just deciding on where I'm going to pre-order it from, or if I'm just going to take the bullet, because I know you guys might really like it. And honestly, I'm an impatient bastard. We all know this. I like to get things right away. I wouldn't mind spending a little bit more on it, especially if I have 2 jobs secured, which it looks like I might be. Might be getting a pretty big interview next week, so we'll be working 2 jobs. So if I can afford that Ghidorah, I would rather get it here now. So if I have to spend $400 to get it here, I'd rather do that than, spend $400 and have to wait until next year to get it. Oops. So, I'm missing a few things. Omar, sup? Not much, man. How you doing? Doing good. Sharktopus, we need Megalon now. We do need Megalon now. And that was part of, so this conversation to talk about Destroy All Monsters also goes into a discussion I wanted to have about MonsterArts and where are they going to go now. Comes fast since the BBTS was 12 hours away. Would wait about 4 days. Yeah, I'm only a few states away from BBTS, so I buy the 3 to 5 day shipping, and I get it overnight because it's so close. Unless FedEx is really slow, which by the time, no, it'll be February, so it'll be slow again. I was gonna say once it's the winter time, they kind of suck, but that's because everywhere where I'm from in the Midwest, everything is just snowed out and shit. So, oops, excuse me. I don't have the PA symbol on here. Oops. Oopsies. I think that's my 3rd one. If I didn't work tonight, I would take shots for the drinks, but because I don't have many left. I was able to get the past Blue Ribbon Godzilla alcohol. So, of course, you have to be 21 to be able to enjoy those and to purchase those, and that's what we support on the channel. They have to remake their old figures to be as good as 2000. I want that, but also I don't have the space to do that. It's kind of the nice thing about the Dragon Ball line about to get what seemingly seems to be a full reset of the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball line with these new 3.0s. Is that I don't have that collection anymore. So now that they're upgrading these molds and releasing new molds for Goku and Vegeta and probably everyone else, is that the line can start fresh, and I don't have a collection to worry about. MonsterArts, on the other hand, I have a ton of these son of a bitches. Excuse me, slipped again. So I'd have to double up on everything, which eventually is the goal, but I don't have the space for it right now. We're talking another 4 or 5 years, hopefully be in a bigger spot in a few years here. They have to, Burning 2000 when? Tamashii Nation's exclusive next year. Yay, I got my Mothra. Nice. What Mothra are you talking about, Omar? But yeah, I would say Sharktopus, they definitely should start going back and reissuing 2018. Nice. They need to fix Showa Mechagodzilla, yeah. Which, honestly, I don't think they'll actually have to fix it, because it kind of just needs a revamp anyways into the new Showa scale. Because now the Showa scale is actually just in a standard scale instead of being in a closer suit scale. Oh, no, it's all good. It's okay, Omar. 2019, nice, dude. Nice. Very happy for you. It's good. Oh, fudge. There we go. I caught myself that time. Yeah. Oh, Showa Mechagodzilla. So really, realistically, they just have to size it up. Which, technically, if they took the Soul of Chigoken one and they scaled that one down, I think that would probably be the best choice. It's not perfect, But the few things, it wouldn't have the electronics in it. You wouldn't have the mechanisms. So when they pull that junk out of it, the guts out, they can fix some of the sculpt issues, and I think that would be perfect. I think that would be perfection. It's kind of like with Kiryu, if they just take the upgrades they made with the Soul Chigoken and then just increase the articulation a bit more, especially like in the hip range, we'd be swimming. We'd be swimming. But I don't see them doing that for some of them. And plus, like, does Kiryu need a 2.0? I don't know. Same thing with like Destroya. Destroya, I don't think it needs a 2.0. I think we don't get enough Showa Mechagodzilla figures. We don't, and I hope they do. I honestly thought this year we were gonna get Showa 75 Mechagodzilla, and that's how they would make a new sculpt for Showa Mechagodzilla, and then it would obviously be the 75, and then they would make it to where it's easy to re-engineer it backwards to 74, to hopefully do 74 Mechagodzilla and King Caesar, which, ooh man, King Caesar is very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. They would have to do a voting poll, and it would have to do really good, which it would not. Titanosaurus, I would love Titanosaurus, but once again, that's one of the. It's not that Titanosaurus isn't popular enough. It's just that, from the Bandai factory working the movie Monster series line, the factory complained that it's really hard to QC paint the Titanosauruses, and I feel like the MonsterArts factories would say the same thing, that it would be really hard to make sure that the paint's consistent because it's a very complicated paint. Which, I'm glad that they're looking out for us and they don't want to put out a severely bad product, but at the same time, it's like, well, Titanosaurus honestly would probably be like $250, $300 because it's super tall and thick. So at that price point, the QC on the paint shouldn't be an issue. And if that's why they can't do it, then there's a conversation that needs to be had, Not saying that they've said that before, but if that were to happen, yeah, Titanosaurus is unlikely. Yeah, regrettably, I think so, especially because this year they didn't do anything for 75. Toho didn't do anything. Movie Monster series really couldn't because we have everything, unless they were going to give us a new 75 mold, which is in the voting poll for next year, so that's unlikely. And then yeah, no Godzilla or Titanosaurus, which not getting 75 makes sense because we just got 72, which I know the suits are incredibly different, but from a figure design standpoint, it's kind of too similar, and I'm guessing they don't want to piss us off, which is kind of why it's like we got 2000 this year, we got 04, we got -1 reissues, so like very different Godzillas, rather than it being we got, not that this has happened, but let's just say we go into next year and they are like, okay, here's a 93 Godzilla specifically, and we're gonna reissue Birth 95 and 91, or we're already getting 89. We are getting 89, so actually 89 movie graphic, 93 brand new mold, and then 91 movie graphic with atomic painted dorsal plates. I don't know, which, if that happens, I'm gonna have to get it, by the way. No more Heisei. Nah, they only need to spam Showa. They definitely do. I don't want them to spam Showa, not because I don't want Showa, and I'm a Showa hater, because that's not true. I love Showa. But the Showa figures so far have been really, really good. since Hedora. Basically, every Showa hit has been a hit. I mean, 62 is really good as well. Uh, like these have been really good, and I would prefer that we only get one or two Showa releases a year if it means that they're all gonna be like excellent. You know, if they're gonna be top of the line, best. You know, if they're gonna be some of the new waves for a new standard of MonsterArts, like showing, you know, they're taking care of QC for paint and eyes and joints. They're also, you know, new engineering that allows these figures to articulate a lot, so they still pose like they're in the movies, but we can also do some crazier, you know, game style, you know, poses like we can with Anguirus or Godzilla 2000. Or, you know, you can kind of do some crazy stuff with 91, but even 91 feels like it's been out engineered a little bit. Just from going from 2000. Like, looking at these two, it's insane that these are only 2 years apart. You know, this was this time, I think it was September, August, July 2023, I think. And now we're looking at, you know, September, October for this guy for 2000. I want 62 so bad he might have surpassed 04. A movie graphic line. I think it's worth the wait. That's what I would tell people. The movie graphic line, only Godzilla's. I don't think they're gonna do a -1 really quick. I don't think they're gonna do a Godzilla 2000. I don't think they're gonna do a 91. I think they're gonna hit some of these older figures. That's why I'm not really rushing to buy Birth version 95, because I think it's going to get a movie graphic version. So that's what I would say, especially for 62, a very expensive SH MonsterArts. Or, you know, if you're looking at the Japanese market to try to get it a little bit cheaper, kind of uncommon. It's not always on Mandarake, but it's also not always on there. If you're trying to spend less than $300 pre-tariff. But I would say wait for the movie graphic line, because I would say it's very likely to come out. Now, it's good to mention that when it comes out in the movie graphic line, it won't have the atomic breath. Just so everyone hears that, and I'm making eye contact with the camera right now so you guys can see. If 62 is released in the movie graphic line, don't expect the breath to be included. Don't. It sucks and it's stupid. 100%. It's dumb, but they're not. It won't have the beam. Okay, it won't. Shin doesn't have the beams. Shin doesn't have the jaw. There's gonna be no accessories, supposedly, in the movie graphic line, per Tamashi and the SH MonsterArts team themselves. They're supposed to be bare bones releases. They're basically what should be the $34 line for well, okay, and it's not even $34 anymore. Now I believe it's $38 or $40 is the new lowest Tamashi price for basically the basic figures, like the new 2.0 Super Saiyan Goku that's about to drop, the base Goku, and the Super Saiyan Vegeta that were just announced 2 weeks ago. Little Baby 64. 64 could. I would hope that they would just go back and, you know, or remake 64. 64. You want to talk about 2.0s. 64 needs it the most. That triangle cut in the hip is inexcusable now. And the fact that it's like, you know, we're looking at Anguirus and Fire Rodan on the screen. He's in between them in scale. That's ridiculous, you know. It's a good looking figure, but it needs to be it needs to be upscaled, you know. I don't think 54 needs it. I think 54 being small really works. I always thought it worked before we knew that all the Showa releases were going to be small, although 64 is like really, really, really small. Which, it's to be in scale with the line, but it's still like not in scale, because 64 I believe is 50 meters or 45 meters, and most of the line at the time that 64 came out was Heisei, and Heisei are all 100 meters, besides 89, and then Hokkaido 91. Basically, before Godzilla gets warped, or before he gets the nuclear sub, before he comes back and kills Ghidorah. Um, Pre that Godzilla, every show of Godzilla is 40 or is 50. Okay, okay, that's what I thought. I that's what I thought I remembered. But sometimes I'm dumb, and by sometimes I mean really dumb, really really dumb. So I guess I wanted to. I'm just gonna check something, and I'm forgetting what I was gonna check. Oh yeah, I wanted to quick say I wanted to take a pause just for a second. I just want to say thank you guys for supporting the Godzilla 2000 review. You guys have absolutely killed it with that review. That review is doing really really well. So thank you guys. I'm hopefully it was very entertaining. You know, we're back to editing videos. I have to start editing the next video that's supposed to come out, which I promised Shintober those Shintober videos, and now we're halfway done with October, and neither one has come out yet. So bad on me. I believe, I think the plan is to do the Passion Tank Shin Godzilla. I watched it 4 times. Holy cow, Sharktopus! Thank you very much. Holy moly! I didn't. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Um, what was I? Oh yeah, the Passion Tank Shin Godzilla Safubi is probably next, and then I think I'm gonna do Omega after that. I have some thoughts. I have some frustrations with the Ultramen right now in the Figure Arts Ultraman line, because it's getting worse instead of better. So I kind of feel like I want to put Omega's review out a little bit. I'm really late on it, so but I want to do it. I shall be getting mine's ordered on Saturday. Where do you think I should buy it? Which figure, Sharktopus? Omega. Um, BB, probably Big Bad Toy Store. How much is it on Big Bad Toy Store? Do they even have it in stock? Oh, they definitely have got a 2000. Oh, 2000. Okay. That's gonna be hard actually. 2000 seems to be sold out everywhere I look. It's sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. Um, Amazon, I believe it's sold out. Here, let's. I don't know why I'm doing this on my phone. This is the whole point of having the PC. Let's do. Okay, so BBTS. We'll start with BBTS. Oops. I just checked this earlier. So, see, oh man, that's the after tariff price on Mechagodzilla. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Yikes. They still have Ghidorah. Ooh, they got a sale on special color version. Ooh. If they had a sale on Gamera, I would actually just buy Gamera right now. Not gonna lie. Let's see, where is it? There it is. See, and Legion sold out too. Legion and Godzilla are sold out, so they're sold out. Entertainment. Let me switch back to OBS. He sold out after 3 days. Yeah, he never went up on Amazon. I believe it did, but I think it sold out like instantly. The same. Yeah. Yeah, tariffs are crazy. Let's see if they got it. Oops. Oh, they have it. Oh. Okay, they do have Legion. I thought they didn't have anything, and I was like, oh, yeah, 172. God damn. Oh, goodness, I'm getting a call. It's the end of the day. Stop calling me. They do have 2000. But it's not gonna. You're gonna get it really late though. Kowalski. They did have them, but they're like super expensive, aren't they? These guys are like, you're gonna be spending like extra $100 by the time it's done for the MonsterArts stuff, at least. I'm pretty sure. Uh. I'm gonna start having PTSD. All this high on the screen. Not good. We're good. Is this only their highest stuff? Oh, because it's only higher, that's why. Oops. I'm stupid, man. I'm telling you guys. It's got some... Okay. What the hell? They have it's on sale. Oh, and you know there's plenty of creators discount codes you can use. Yeah, actually that might not be bad. Yeah, cuz you can get a 5 if you use like Figure Mania or who else has a discount code? There's a ton of people that have Kowalski discount. Louis Duran has one. Damn, maybe I should see if I can get a discount code. Nah, I'm not big enough yet. Nah. We'll wait. We'll wait. Also, I don't buy from them, so having a discount code would kind of be awkward. Yeah. Yeah. 20, $30. 36. It's not terrible. And I believe this was the in stock for the US too. So this this might not even have tariff. Don't quote me on that, but it might not. God, I love this figure. I love this figure, dude. I love 2000. I got caught looking at those photos, and then I looked over and I was like, damn, dude, should I get this now? Or I would recommend, yeah, because you don't want to be like on the -1 train where there was a lot of people that said that they would wait for -1, and then -1 didn't get a reissue for a year and a half, and -1 was really expensive. And that will happen with 2000. I think 2000 will get a reissue, but we're not looking at a reissue until like 2027, 2028. Oh my goodness. Do you guys hear that? I got crazy ass neighbors and stuff. So, yeah, the car, the horn. I hate my neighbors. Thank you guys. Got 2 people watching. Nice. You politics. What was I gonna do? I think that's basically it, right? Yeah. Yeah, because this E-Night, they don't have them. Damn, they're tempting me on that Destroyer. I don't know why I made that noise. Fuck these guys. God damn it. What? We're tumbling out here, guys. Guys and gals. Wait, does Entertainment Earth take like 4 months to ship? Yeah, sometimes they do. Yeah, they kind of suck. Yeah, because they say they're not getting stock till November. Now that could be the beginning of November. So like, you know, because U.S. release is supposed to be like next 2 weeks. Within the next 2 weeks, the U.S. should be getting them in. unless there's complications at customs. So damn, I might actually do my MonsterArts pre-orders after stream, guys. Now that I got a little extra cash. Get Destroya handled, because I don't think. Where's Genki? I don't think Genki has Destroya. Yeah. Genki does have 2,000 as well, but it's gonna be like $100 to ship, so wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, Legion's sold out. I think Ninden has Legion. Ooh, we got ooh. Sorry. I'm working until Saturday. Damn, that 100 free shipping looks good. Oh, it looks so good. Oh no, did you get Entertainment Earth? I mean, you'll still get it though. I don't work until Saturday. Oh no. I go back to work tonight and then I'm off for the weekend. So but I might try picking up a few more hours. Is anyone getting Hyperzeton Imago tonight? I'm going to try to get the pre-order for it from Ninden. It is a premium Bandai exclusive, so it will be on P Bandai USA, or at least it should be. I should say it should be on there. Saga did go up for $100. It's a little expensive. I'm guessing this will probably be 120 or 130 on the US store if it goes there. So I'm going to try to get it on Ninden first. It does come out in April. I didn't buy it yet. I'll just on Saturday, and if I get it on Kowalski's, I'll have to wait till next week. Remember to use the discount code. Use like Figure Mania's or Louis Duran's. I believe they have like 5% or 7%. They might be able to drop it down enough for you, Sharktopus. Might be able to. I don't know for sure. But yeah, so Hyperzeton, I'm going to try to get tonight while I'm at work. Very excited. But that's not what we're here to look at. We're here to look at if they have Legion. Why? Because I can't stop talking about Legion because I love her. They do have her in stock. They do have Iris currently in stock. Very see, I don't know why they haven't gotten any MonsterArts. See, no Godzilla MonsterArts. They get everything else but MonsterArts. Gamera 2 was the last MonsterArts they got, in the regular line. Yeah, they do have Legion. Now I know if you try to pre-order her from here, it's like I think it's like $250 to get shipped. So you're not really saving a lot of money. I wish I could do this on stream to show you guys. 465. You know, she might be cheaper. She might be cheaper to import. This is really hard for me because I'm remaking my room. It's just a mess. Color walls and different themes. I don't know why. And to collect while working on a room, it is difficult. I kind of get that now where I'm like, the office is about to go through some change. Like the desk behind me, it's got a bunch of just stuff I'm selling on there. A bunch of just anime figure stuff. Nothing Godzilla related, so nothing interesting to the chat. And then that desk is gonna go too. You know, I'm using the desk, the PC desk as my review set. Which that's also going to go through some changes. There was actually a change I was going to make, but now I'm having to rethink how I'm going to do it because I noticed Diego Doom did the same exact thing that I was going to do, which I've done in the past, and I believe he hasn't done it in the past. So instead of having a black background, he has a blue background now, and I was going to go back to a blue background. I was going to get some board to put on the desk so the reviews are going to be in blue, because it's been a while since it's really been a big thing. But you know, it is what it is. I don't want to seem like I'm copying, and I'm also not saying that he somehow in some way through the ether grabbed my idea. I haven't watched a few of his reviews. I watched 2000, and that's the first review I noticed it on. It looks amazing. If you guys haven't seen Diego Doom's Godzilla 2000 video, Go check it out. It is so, so good. I really enjoy it. So now I'm rethinking colors because for reviewing it's limited on what colors you can kind of use because you want to show off your figure in lighting. So normally like you do an all black setup or you do an all white setup, but everyone does that. Blue is the only other color I've seen that really works on like a majority of releases. It doesn't work for everything, but it covers most of it where like red doesn't work. Green is kind of dangerous because green screen. Analog horror Godzillas. I don't know too many of them. But the few I do know, pretty cool. Like I'm gonna go navy blue for walls. Ooh, that's gonna look good. That's gonna look nice. Especially then you have your collection set up, because it'll kind of look like it's about to be nighttime. So that's just gonna be a nice aesthetic the whole time. It's cool, nice. But yeah, so I'm kind of. I would really like to do blue, but I don't want to feel like I'm copying either. But it's a cool color. So I'm trying to see if I can't get like a different shade of blue. So not to clash too much. And then it can be more of an inspiration. Be like, I hope somebody will say absolutely fantastic one day, and I'll say that again. One day, maybe. One day. So okay, I still got a spot that I can pre-order Legion. So if my Amazon, if my Amazon pre-order falls through, because that's one thing. When I didn't get charged the other day, I was scared because I was like, did the charge just not go through? They're not going to tell me that, oh hey, we tried charging and it didn't work, we're just going to cancel the order right away. I was so afraid. But so I'm glad that it just got moved back for Legion. Oh no. So yeah, we're good though. But sorry, I had a girlfriend sent me a message at work, so just gotta respond real quick, guys. Yeah, she's having a rough night at work. Of course, retail sucks. I'm not excited to go back, but gotta pay the bills. Thanks, guys. Um, but what was I saying? I went on another rant about Legion, and what was I saying? What was I saying, guys? I can't remember. MonsterArts pre-orders. Yeah, I can't. It's gone. It's gone. It is gone. Beast. Sorry, we're still talking about MonsterArts, right? So I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to decide where I'm gonna get my pre-orders from. I'm trying to compare pricings. They do still have Destroya, but they don't have Ghidorah, right? Is that what I'm seeing? No Ghidorah. Oh, they have Gamera too. I gotta get that Gamera. I gotta get that Gamera 3 before that Gamera 3 becomes hard to find. Have you seen? I don't think I have. Slick's animations. I don't think I have. January 2026. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm just seeing. So E-Night is cheaper. They don't get theirs until February. Stinky. We need this stuff now, man. Have you seen Slick? Slick? I don't think so. Let's go on. Is this something that I'm gonna get like? Is it like that? Slick. It's just like Slick. Slick. No, not Slick Rick. Who the heck is this? Oh. Oh. I don't think I have seen these. We can't. I'm not going to click and watch them because, yeah, 1.2. Oh, actually, you know what? I probably have seen this at some point. Oh, that's cool. I will have to check some of these out after stream. They look fun. I just don't want to, they're gonna do ads. they're gonna do ads. So, Sunzilla, hi, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. But yeah, so, God darn it, where was I at? What was I saying? I was going on some tangent. And now I've completely lost. Let me read it. Comments 2000. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even Sharktopus. Didn't you say? Oh yeah, you were able. You'll have just enough with the discount code. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, I would not recommend waiting on 2000. My Burning Godzilla and 91 Heat Ray arrive. Nice. That's gonna be one heck of a box day. That's gonna be sweet. Again, both of those at the same time. Although, don't be too disappointed by Burning Godzilla's articulation compared to 91. Remember, that's a 12-year-old figure, a 13-year-old figure. So, 13-year-old engineering, but it looks incredible. And those two next to each other are gonna look nice. So where are you buying Megaguirus? Where am I buying Megaguirus? That is a good question. So, Hobby Genki actually still has it up. I believe it was. I did the math one night because I can't do it, on stream. Let's just switch it to USD. 166. I believe it was 240. I think to get it imported all the way. Let's see what Beast is running. Beast is running it at 214. April. And let's look at E-Night Media's, how much they have it. Take that down. Oh, there she is. So they're running her at 195, and it doesn't have the tariff charge, and it doesn't come out till May. So basically, if you pre-order off of E-Night Media, you're going to get a deal. You're going to get it for basically what it should be to get this imported if everything wasn't messed up. If everything wasn't messed up. Because this probably would only be like $40-$50 to get shipped initially, and that's basically that same price. So E-Night Media is the initial import cost if our government wasn't fucked. So I just got back from vacation, was able to get the Geigen Flameborn in a box, so it's gonna be a heck of a video for me. Nice. It's a good haul. Geigen 72. Hopefully, got a good deal. That Geigen's kind of jumped up in price. JM, I can't wait for Megaguirus. High at 99 Heat Ray. Dude, that's going to be... Hey, and they probably are going to arrive about the same time, won't they? Like, no, the Heat Ray variants aren't normally delayed too much once the initial one comes out. So no, that's a reach. That's a heavy reach. But having them next to each other is going to be cool. Oh, hey, Alex, how's it going? We're just talking about MonsterArts. Kind of talked about all my pre stuff, so we're kind of just talking about like where I'm going to be pre-ordering things since I've got an extra 2 weeks to make sure I have enough for Legion. So I'm kind of looking at my pre-orders, making sure that I get everything. So kind of answering where I was recommending getting Megaguirus, which I guess I didn't finish it. I would recommend, if you're going to get Megaguirus, probably get it from A-Night Media. It is the cheapest base costs. Everywhere else it's going to be $219, $214. But if you want it on time for the US release, which is about a month after Japan, April 2026 is what they're saying here. I would say Beast is your next good to go. And you've got your two options. You can either pay for it in full and get 5% off, or you can do a 10% non-refundable deposit and then pay the other 90 and shipping and free shipping. Okay, so you'd pay the other 90% once it's back in stock. So I'm probably going to actually use Beast. I really enjoy Beast. I got my Anguirus at G-Fest this year from Beast at their table. I was the second person to get one. Very, very excited to get Anguirus, dude. That was such a crazy moment. I wish I would have been recording for it. I almost did, but I needed to make sure that I got the Anguirus and I got the Sun God Shin at G-Fest. So, I need to see online if people in Japan have gotten their Mega House -1 so I can see the QC and decide. I don't believe yet. I haven't seen anything on Twitter, but I haven't been seeing a lot of the non-MonsterArts stuff on Twitter and the Figure Arts Ultraman stuff, because that's kind of what I've been liking. Or X, sorry, not Twitter. Also, for running Godzilla, I won't really care about the articulations since I have the OG. Oh, so you already know what to expect then. About the eyes. Geigen for 165, that's good. Yeah, I'd say I see it for like 200 plus now, so 65 is really good. The eyes shouldn't be too bad. 21 is kind of big, right? I should be able to fudge the scaling for the heat ray. Sharktopus, it's not going to line up because the high is going to be like thick. It's going to be chunky. And that's the MonsterArts is tall, but it's not like wide. Like if we go back to this photo, like 2000 isn't as wide as 91. It's pretty, when you have them both just neutrally, 2000 fits in 91's body. So I'm not really sure if I want to get 2000. I would say 2000's worth it. Jobby too. Yeah, okay. I would say 2000's absolutely worth it, Sunzilla. It's the next like -1 where people are going to be wanting it and it's going to be sold out. So not many places in the US have it in stock right now. Kowalski's and Entertainment Earth are two of basically the only ones. HLJ had them, but I believe they have now since sold out. So how's everyone's experience from Japan? I mean, I think I'm the only one in chat so far that's imported, and I think I told you it was $130 to get 2000 and Omega over here, so not good. And supposedly they're only getting worse, so love it. We've got a month though. Next month they'll decide, and hopefully they'll all go away. The eyes are kind of derpy in the movie at night, so yeah. And that's something I have to remind people, that the 2000 suit has kind of derpy eyes at night. Like all of Yuji Sakaya's Burning Godzillas always have this eye pointing like way out, and then this one's kind of like always like crooked and weird, because the suit was just like that, or one of the close-ups. And people don't believe that, but you see it in images. It's just that they're taking a photo from the side profile, so yeah, you're not going to see that the other eye is weird. But there's I think when he's walking up to Junior, when they first reunite before Destroya appears, I believe that's the suit that has the eyes, because he looks kind of derpy when he's walking. So which isn't a bad thing, like not making fun of the suit. I think that's really cool to have the suit not be symmetrical and have it be like in real life. Like I have crooked eyes, so it's like really cool to kind of see that. But it's also, I don't want to reach as well. But I think they're fine. I mean, sure, but in a vacuum, Yeah. In a vacuum, the Haya and the Mega Gearus will scale fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. Um, I thought you were talking about the Godzilla 2000. Excuse me, Sharktopus. You'll have them both. But yeah, no, they'll everything will scale fine. Yeah, they'll everything will be fine. I'll probably get 2000s. It's the only 2000 I have is the Green Presto and the theater exclusive to go with my Orga. Yes, I know it's the Gira. I mean, it works. I don't think they're gonna do like a 99. Um, I would be very shocked if they did like 4 or 5 years down the line did an updated 99 that's like the suit, and they made it like even thicker and a little bit more suit accurate, a little bit more hunched over. I would be I would be surprised. That would be This was already a surprise. I remember it was almost a year ago, you know. Um it was almost a year ago when this Godzilla 2000 was first revealed. I think this is about the time that we got told that we were getting something very special at the Tamashii Nations event. 99 was on the poll. Holy moly. If they could have. See, now a lot of people were saying, like, and it's fine to think this too. There's nothing wrong with it. That they still didn't like how not suit accurate the 2000 currently is. They had Yuji Sakai on this one, and if they're going to make a new mold, and that's the poll suggests that that's going to be a new mold, just have Wakasa do it. Let Wakasa just go at it. And I think people would be genuinely pleased, even if it's $140, to have a Wakasa. We'll basically have the movie Monster Series 2.0, but a MonsterArts. And then you would have a really super close to suit accurate 99, and then we have our MonsterArts stylized 2000, and hopefully both will be able to pose similarly at the same level. Because if the 99 is super accurate but it can't be posed, I'm going to be pissed. That'll piss me off. Whew, sorry. I want a little bit of a rant there. Godzilla in Hell, I do. I believe I actually own it. Yes, I think it's in one of my comic book omnibuses, one of the collections. What? I feel like there's a comment I missed back here. I talked about the tariffs, eyes, scale. Oh, the style is take your stylization and fix the eyes. The 2000 is a good starting point. I'm just afraid that they're gonna backpedal once we get into like the movie graphic line when it comes to some QC issues. So I'm hoping 2000 is like they're like, hey, we get it. The whole line is gonna get improved. We didn't just up the QC for this one figure. So hopefully not. A Godzilla G84. Oh man, I would love to own a Yuji Sakai 84 again. I owned the X Plus 30 centimeter Yuji Sakai earlier this year. I think I had it sold last year. Actually, I had an X Plus Yuji Sakai 30 centimeter 84, and I would love. And it was something I thought of when I got that figure. It's like I would love to have this scaled down and be in the MonsterArts line. 84 is low key one of my most anticipated MonsterArts release, and I absolutely cannot wait for it to happen. It's going to happen. It is one of the very, very, very last Heisei MonsterArts releases that they haven't done yet. There's literally, it's 84, Super X1, 92, 93 Godzilla, Godzillasaurus, and that's it. I think we're done. We have all the Destroyer forms. We have Mogira. We have Space Godzilla. We have 94. We have a 95 Godzilla, uh, Burning Godzilla. And then, yeah, technically, Cybot. But, like, the whole body has to change, too, because Cybot can't be. Cybot has to be, like, tall and lanky, and the suit is, short and thick. Not gonna say it. Hopefully they just have a Cybot. I don't want to figure that, but that's shrunken and tell me, oh, you don't want one. Yeah. I man, I don't even know if they would do the Cybot, but they've done poster versions in the past, so could happen. I wouldn't mind a completely redesigned figure just for the Cybot. I would buy both. Obviously, MonsterArts is my line. It always has been, even though we've been divorced a few times. So, um, I just hope I never have to divorce it. You like the head more, but not the tummy. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Hopefully they just do both, and then if you buy both, you can just switch the heads. I want the bug thing. Oh, the chakras, I believe. Yeah, that'd be cool. Um, Honestly, with 84, I think they could just do like a one run. Just throw the Super X1 in it, and then they could throw the chakras in there. I mean, I don't think they will because like it wouldn't scale with the line, but like they did it with Fedora with the tadpole form, so they could just throw it in as like an accessory, kind of like the Mega Gears forms. So, I honestly that probably would be the best bet. And if they don't include the Super X with it, they need to do a city set with the Super X or like a military set because it's been a long time since we've gotten a military set or a building set or anything like that. They really need to do it again. And I say they need to do it like they do need to do it. I don't think that's an opinion. I think that's a fact. We should be getting more accessory sets. We should be getting building sets, and we should be getting like beam effect sets as extras. If they're not going to include it with the base figures, we should get these as extras. That way, when the Heat Ray version eventually comes out, and it doesn't have the beam effect, it's because it was in a building set that released a few years prior. So if you don't want the Heat Ray version and you just want the regular figure, you can buy the extra set. You get some buildings, you get the beam, boom, good. You don't have to buy the Heat Ray. If you only bought the Heat Ray but you still want a beam, buy the set. Vice versa. I think in Kajura Designs, I think they started selling MonsterArts -1 Heat Ray head, which looks really good. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's got his own 3D printed. I just call them Godzilla because I don't know how to spell that. 84 is my second favorite. Nice. We need boats and trains. Think, Mark. Think. You're absolutely right. We need trains. We need boats. We need cars. We need vehicle. We need everything. Which I know the reason why they don't do it. And this is kind of and it's not too bad because there are plenty of places in the U.S. I just think a lot of us don't have it unless you're in like a big city. Is we don't have hobby stores that have model parts and like diorama stuff, scale diorama stuff. In Japan, that's really common. So that's why I don't think that they include them, because a lot of people who have these are already buying those like model kits, the tiny in scale cars and stuff. And you can get licensed buildings actually released. So you can get like an in scale Tokyo Tower, and you can get an in scale, Keen's Theater, for your -1, or Shin Godzilla set if you want to do the big atomic breath, scene. So Japan has that luxury, and it's also why a lot of times I think they don't include stands, because in Japan, when you go to a Tamashi store, stands are right there to buy, and they're really, really cheap. Like we're talking like, maybe like 1,200 yen for 3 or 4, which I don't like the stands personally. I think they need to upgrade them. I think we need a 5.0 or a 6.0. I think these 4.0s that they basically include all the time kind of suck. The QC has gotten better over the years, but I still don't like them very much. especially with like Dragon Ball figures or like these clunky MonsterArts where you want to get them in a pose, but the arm doesn't want to bend as much. You know what I'm saying? You know, you guys, I'm rambling on. We need, when we get a new 2014, he needs some cars. You know, I don't think we're ever gonna get a new 2014. I think the movie graphic line proves that, which I will say, just going off of some of the photos we've seen, it does look like because, and it's probably more likely just because of the material and the plastic change, it does look like it can do some extra poses that it used to not be able to do. I don't remember mine being able to look up at all, and they've got theirs looking up like at least a little bit. Like a little tiny bit. So there's a chance that it's not re-engineered, but the way that the plastic's not going to be as hard, or it might be a different plastic, it might be able to actually, you know, look up a tiny bit, which is kind of cool. And what it should have as well, because the 2014 body is still the 2019 mold, if I'm remembering it correctly, it should have the newer engineered shoulders that 2024 and 2021 Godzilla have, where they have more range, because they're cut differently. The ball joints are cut differently in the placement of them, so they have more range. That's the why I don't look forward to the base 2019 or even the poster color version, because although they look good, they don't have the arm range like the 2024. 2014 is my favorite design. I want a perfect figure. Vahaya? Is it perfect though? I don't know. I didn't look at the figure. The Haya is the only one in my mind, unless you want the NECA, but the NECA just doesn't articulate. So that figure is nice. What are we hoping to see for Godzilla Day in Japan? I don't know if I'm looking forward to really anything that they're gonna premiere, because I don't collect Bandai, and anything they announce X Plus wise is just gonna be like a hole in my bank account, because it's super expensive now. X Pluses have gone really expensive the last 2 years. Like I can't even. So I have the 30 centimeter favorite sculptors line Shin on pre-order from HLJ, and I was gonna cancel it, and I forgot that they changed their cancellation policy, so I can't cancel it now. And that's really expensive as well. So if Legion comes out in 2 weeks and then that comes out, like I'm screwed. Very, very screwed. And then if they announce another more 30 centimeter Shin Godzillas for X Plus on Godzilla Day, because it's 10th anniversary next year, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm screwed. I'm screwed too early into next year. Like, we have to make it to Japan in July, man. They can't be doing a bunch of like X Plus drops. They can't announce a new gigantic yet. They have to wait. Which would you say is a better figure? SHMA 89 or 91? 91. The 91 has the better articulation engineering, and personally, not that I own my 89 anymore, but my 89 was one of the ones that, like, even when you were doing the loosening techniques with like dish soap, it wouldn't loosen. So like the biceps were basically like you twist them and they felt like they were gonna break. And then I think like the bottom neck joint on mine was like super tight. I had something weird, or maybe like it was in the tail. So I really like my 91 a lot. It is actually one of my favorite MonsterArts figures. I pick this figure up off the shelf a lot, and I play with it. I do play with this 91. I play with it a lot. 2014 I released before they locked in on eye and teeth paint. Oh, okay. Godzilla -1 King of Monsters. Hello, hey, welcome in. Yeah. So I personally, I would say 91. Way better leg articulation, I feel like, and the tail is improved so tremendously. 91 is the start of the really, really, really good Godzilla tails. It's not quite, it's already been edged out a little bit, but It's still really good. Yeah, it's right here. Maybe I'm not giving this. Well, see, but that's why, because it's loose. The tail got loose over time. No, dish soap loosens joints. You use dish soap to make a joint less tight. If you can't do that just by warming it up, use dish soap as a secondary. Um, I believe now there's plenty of YouTube videos. Steven's Toy Review, I believe, has videos on both of these. To tighten joints, I believe it's clear nail polish. You cover the ball joint with like a little bit of it, not a lot, and then you pop on your joint again, and then you just keep moving it around until it creates like a layer of nail polish on the ball joint to where it tightens it up, so it's got more friction. But once again, watch a video. Don't take my word for that, because I haven't done that one. I have used the dish soap method many of times, many a times. Many Dragon Ball, Evangelion figures got the dish soap treatment. If you wanted a definitive Heisei Godzilla for MonsterArts, I would say 91. Yeah, 91 is, I would say right now, is the definitive MonsterArts Heisei Goji. Which is kind of bad because the figure is out of rotation, and it's steadily is rising. I think it's like 160, 170 now on average. So hopefully they do like a reissue. Yeah, the 95 mold is it's old. It's old now. Once that you use that on Final Wars Goji, he would be peak. Yeah. I agree. I need to do it on my 95 or on my Final Wars, so hopefully it doesn't fucking fall to pieces. Goddamn son of a bitch. Ooh, it stresses me out just thinking about that figure, man. Also, the 95 mold is outdated. Yeah, I hope they do. 95 is one I would actually like a 2.0. But I would also say that about 94, and 94 deserves it more because 94 is the first release. I will eventually get that figure. He's ready to rumble. Anguirus is ready to rumble, KD. That is right. All of them. I did try to recreate most of the poses, which for some dumb reason I forgot I had my version of it here. So I didn't even just like pick it up and look at it here. So I went on the internet trying to find all like these poses basically, which now I'm seeing I grabbed the wrong Anguirus one. Where's it at? There it is. I grabbed the wrong Anguirus one. I forgot he is actually on all four. I did lose tail tip. No, not the tail tip. I'm sure you'll find it. Don't lose hope. I've lost little tiny pieces in my carpet before, and I've found it like a year and a half later. Which sounds like I don't vacuum, but I just have like a really like in my office I have very specific spots where I can vacuum, and I also have a very annoying like I go and pick through the carpet to make sure there's no accessories, even if I don't think I've lost anything. Like if I haven't had any of my Ultramen out for a week or two, I still go through and look for like color timers and hands just in case. You never know when you're moving things around, you're playing with things, if you bump something, drop something. So 91 is one of my personal faves, but 2H most of that because it's base. 91 super, yeah, and the figure's so damn good. The eyes are amazing, and the cool thing, and I think this actually helps the 91, the MonsterArts, is that the Haya is the suit 1 from the beginning of the movie. So like you can have each company's 91 and they can go together. It also means that either company could make the reverse figure. MonsterArts, please do the Hokkaido version, please, and give me that 91 suit as well. And then they could do a special color version, Ghidorah 91, or a Decisive Battle version 1, or they could do a 2.0 Heisei Ghidorah. They could do that too, and give it the Showa Ghidorah engineering articulation. I'm just saying. If you're gonna watch Slick, just saying I recommend the Godzilla full cut because the Ancient Wars supercharged. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll check those out. Maybe not tonight. I'll do it on the weekend though when I'm off work and don't have to worry about getting to work because it is. We've actually been going for an hour and a half. Genuinely has the best tail articulation I've seen. Yeah, yeah, dude. I think so. I went and I actually did a little bit more research and looked at a few more higher reviews. I do think the high end 91 Godzilla's tail articulation is still just slightly better than MonsterArts 2000 here, but they are very close. I think just looking at the high end, not having it in hand, obviously. I do think it is still a little bit better, but seeing what this Godzilla's design is, I think it works. The excuse me, the Hokkaido suit is I love that suit. I love both. Um, Haya needs to add gravity beams. Well, no, 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 no. Now they're gonna Mecha Ghidorah. They're gonna be able to milk. I don't want to hear no Monster Arts Mecha King Ghidorah hate when Haya's about to release three of them. I'm calling it now. There's gonna be a battle damaged version, and then they're gonna do one that has the G catcher, the anchors. I think they're gonna be separate. I don't know if they're gonna do a damaged version and the G catcher set. But I mean, if they do that, then I'll admit I was wrong because they're gonna have to increase the cost. There's no way adding those accessories in is not gonna increase the price of that figure. There's just no way. There's too much. Two sets of wings, um, and then the G catcher set. Unless I guess had they done like an accessory pack before? I know Super Seven has. I don't think Haya has. So I'm just saying it's probably likely going to be three releases, which I think they're all going to be able to interchange and work together, hopefully. But um, yeah, and then they do. Like that's one thing about I'm kind of glad that I'm buying every Monster Arts release is that the original Mecha King Ghidorah had beams, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it did. Maybe it didn't. What did it have? I'm pretty sure it had beams. Pretty sure. Did it have beams? Did that? Oop. I'm a bad fan. There it is. Action figure. There's the old one. That's the one I want because it has the set. Wow. Whoa, that is crazy. Look at the. This is the first image of it. This is the prototype reveal. Look at how clean it looks. Neither of the Mecha King Ghidorahs look like this. Neither of them. Neither of them look that clean. That's crazy. Wow. See, here's the original. Because it has the darts. Maybe it didn't have beams. Oh, because the special color 91 King Ghidorah has the beams. Because it has the purple one, right? Yeah. I'm crazy. Yeah, the 91 being able to stand on its tail, that's true. I think the special, yeah. Okay, so Mecha King Ghidorah doesn't have beams. Yeah, Sunzilla. I think so. Like the Shinjuku Mecha King Ghidorah release is like the most complete release out of the ones that are out. Like the Haya isn't. It's just fact. I even had photos for ORGA and MEGALON. It shows how just like how these live streams just don't go the way that sometimes you think they will, which isn't a bad thing. It just shows that sometimes I over prepare. Um, could do the Megalon tail slide. See, and that's why like when they get to 73 Godzilla, because I know 72 can do it, I want them to like it has to have like a stand or something so it can do the tail slide balanced so I can display 73 like that. Orga is not in the house. No, Orga is regrettably not yet in the house. I do have a sneaking suspicion we could see Orga within the next like 2 years though. I They have this grouping of releases and 2000 Megaguirus Orga, I still think the one promo photo of 2000 looks like it's cut off, and we've got it revealed that that was a Megaguirus. So, like they could just have been setting it up for a future Orga, man. The thing with Orga is going to be expensive. Everyone's excited for Orga, and they're not ready for the price. Who will make Baragon first? Huh. You know, it is the 25th anniversary for GMK next year. MonsterArts returning to GMK, please? Give me Baragon. Baragon and Mothra as a set, and then Ghidorah as a whole. It does need to be complete though, so it has to. I hope it has both sets of wings. It has the closed up wings, and then it has the full, the final form wings, basically. And then the heads need to be really able to articulate and hold themselves up, since he's more hunched forward and leaning, so they're always hanging. So those joints really need to make sure that they are tight. I think it'd be awesome if they did 73 Goji with 74, 75 heads, since the bodies are basically the same. But, well, MonsterArts isn't going to do it. Haya's not going to do it. No company is going to do that. Because even the movie Monster Series figures, the 73 is completely different compared to the 74, 75 mold. Which 74 and 75 are basically the same, but the heads. But 73 was not given that process. So I think MonsterArts and Haya will probably go through the same, where eventually we'll get a 74 or 75. Those two will be the same body mold. And then I think they'll do a complete, hopefully they do a complete separate for 73. But they will be individual releases. They're not going to group them up. That would be, I would be shocked if they announced 74 and 75. Just as a business thing, I kind of got to give it to the business. Like, sometimes you do have to capitalism a little bit. You kind of got to do it. But I would like them to do it, because I would like them to be better than that, though. I don't blame them for doing that, or if they were to do that, but I would also hope that they would. 74 and 75 could be a set. But then, if Godzilla is, then Mechagodzilla would be. And that would mean that Mechagodzilla would probably have, 75 would at least have 2 or 3 releases, because they're probably going to release 75, and then they're going to do a decisive battle version, or like a battle damage, like, painted one. Hopefully they don't do the robotic head between those, but and the finger pose. Yeah, 73, we need hands. We need fists. We need the fingers, and then we need a hand that can hold a tree, or he needs a articulated head that you can put the tree in there, so he has like his little cigar when he runs up, and he has to be able to hold a tree branch as well. See, 73, that's why 73 has to be separate from 74 and 75, because there is an actual debate for accessories. It's kind of like if they had done 72 without the bleeding head. Ooh. That probably would not have been a good thing. But 73, like, you know, because it will probably be a separate mold again, hopefully. Um, or like 71's gonna have some exclusive things, you know, to the that movie. 68 and 69, I feel like, are probably just gonna be the same release. If we even get a different release for each one, we might not even. Um, it might just be like a color variance or like a movie graphic lines difference with like a slight paint difference. Maybe one will be a little bit more kind of like darker gray or green, and then the other one will just be like a black with silver, like a brighter silver. They could do that. I don't know. MonsterArts is weird, and damn it, give us Megalon. Yeah, Megalon. That's kind of like one thing I wanted to bring up. I think Megalon actually does need to happen. I think, you know, if you were to ask me like what do I want to see from MonsterArts now that 2000 is out, and we've, you know, we know up until April and technically June and July as well. So we do have a MonsterArts release set for May, and April, I believe, in Japan as well, because they've been, this year they had one every month. I think we got a MonsterArts release every month this year, or like 10 or 11 out of the 12. So, which is more because it used to be only like 8. Um, but now, like I said, we've got it. We had a full year. Megalon, my Gigan is so lonely. I know. And then technically they need to do a 73 Gigan as well because that suit is completely different. But likelihood of that happening is, whew, that suit is not popular. um, but yeah, I absolutely 100% agree. Megalon's like right up there. I think Orga and Megalon are like right next to each other. They hover around. One, because I want to complete my Destroy All Monsters Melee roster. And two, because I just want them. Because I do feel kind of cheated that we didn't get Megalon, you know, last year or, you know, the year before. We also need a new Hedorah that's actually like large and in scale. They can just release it as like a final battle version and just say it's like the final form. And then we do technically still need the landing version, but you know, maybe we could get those like way down the line. Anything else? Technically, so to complete the DAMM lineup, I actually do need to buy the Hedorah set because I need the flying form, because the flying form is in here, and I do need Heisei Mothra as well, technically, to have the complete lineup, because they aren't playable, but they're effects in the game. I also believe the Super X3 is in here as well, and they do have some Mazers. So, you know, technically to have a complete damn lineup, I've got a ways to go. And I haven't fully decided yet if 91 is going to be my damn Heisei Godzilla, because technically, you know, you could debate that it looks closer to like the 94 95 model wise, but articulation wise neither of those two figures hold up to the 91. And that's kind of the cool thing about this line is, like, with these newer entries, they're more articulated. Like 2000 can actually pull off some of the Destroy All Monster Melee like poses. So like if Orga comes out, Orga should have this heightened articulation like Anguirus has, like a lot of range. It's more than the suit, you know. You can make it look like it's in the game. Gigan kind of teeters that line, and 91 teeters that line. Rodan can't do things from the game, but like, you know, that's just kind of an L Rodan has to take, because Rodan's probably like one of the worst characters in the game. I'll be getting the MonsterArts, don't worry. Is the SH Monster with Beam and Larva? Yeah, it's the special color version Mothra set is very expensive. It's one of the expensive ones, yeah. And that is the Batra set and the Mothra set are, if I were to deviate from the DAMM collection, the roster collection, those would be two that I'm actually kind of gearing up to, even though I should actually wait because they're kind of in line to get decisive battle versions. It's just I don't know if the larvas are going to be included with these or if they're going to be separate again, because there isn't a decisive battle that includes the larvas and the imagos. So I think they're going to do what they originally did, where it's going to be the larvas as a set, and then probably both imagos separately. Ouch. The more expensive way. You can get 3 monster releases for 3 right now, grabbing 6204 and Batra. 3 releases for free right now. 3. Okay. For sure, Kiryu, Shinigami Final Battle version. Um, Damn, actually, maybe not. Maybe not Shinigami Kiryu. Because I can still get that in Japan pretty cheap. It's just hard to get a brand new one. Um, I maybe would do the Space Godzilla special color version set with Little Godzilla. And then I maybe do Mothra and Batra special color version sets. I think those would be my three. The 3 Heisei special color sets. So I wouldn't get Ghidorah, which thinking about it kind of hurts. And I wouldn't choose Biolante either, even though Biolante is also like, because I'm gonna, once DAMM is done, or at least to the point we get to where Megalon and ORGA are the only 2 missing and they're not released. Ooh, excuse me. I then want to move to Save the Earth. Poster Mecha 2, I honestly I kind of forget that that thing exists, because I didn't even think about Ava Unit 1 Birth Godzilla as well. Those 2 are very expensive, and the poster Godzilla also shot up recently, even in Japan. Um, all 3, I kind of forget all 3 of those exist, and those are probably going to be 3 of the absolute hardest MonsterArts for me to get. When it comes, when in the long term, when we're looking at having every MonsterArts release, once I start going through and getting the doubles and the triples for some of the characters, or even quads by the time that this is happening, because this is going to take many years. It's too expensive. Importing is too expensive. Even if I go to Japan, I can only bring what I can bring in my luggage, and my luggage is possibly limited. Like I can't just bring 10 bags. Each one's $100. That's $1,000 just in bags. And some of these larger MonsterArts can't fit in those largest carry on, or carry bags. So like I would still have to ship certain releases from Japan, but that still ends up paying shipping and tariffs. So until shipping and tariffs go down, or get deleted in the tariffs sense, um, you know, catching up on the MonsterArts line is like, it's gonna take years and years. I was able to score me Batra and Mothra Larva set off of Monaraki last year for a pretty good price. Nice. I had the Larva set at one point. It was really cool. It was really nice. Um, Especially the Batra. The Batra was incredible. I used to actually really like the Mothra as well. I'd take the Mothra and I'd just sit there and kind of like, play with it. Like just keep like moving it around because the joints are so smooth and it moved so like fluidly. It was just fun to play with. Um, oh, that felt good. Ooh, that felt good as well. I got some neck cracks in there. But I just like, I really, you know, like I'm setting up this challenge, but if I can catch a deal like on eBay or like on Facebook, like in the groups, if I can catch a deal, I'm not gonna deny myself. Obviously I'm gonna be watching out for deals on the damn stuff. So looking out for Kiryu, looking out for, um, Ghidorah 91 special color version, and just well, we don't have to with Destroy because I'm gonna, spoiler alert, I'm gonna pre-order Destroy literally after stream. Um, I'm gonna do my pre-order for Destroy on Beast of the East, to get his, as soon as I can. So, and to support a local in community seller as well. So, trying not to use BBTS and Amazon as much as I can. Legion was an exception. Didn't get a choice with Legion. And I think the Legion situation is going to actually get worse. I think there's going to be cancellations. I think Customs is going to throw a fit with these, or these figures are going to get destroyed. I worry that they're going to get cut up and opened too much, and people are going to have like broken shit because Customs went through. And I think like a lot of cancellations are going to happen. And a lot of like no one has them anymore. Entertainment Earth is the only US place that has it, and importing it from Japan is just too much. You beat the dog shit out of 91 Ghidorah. I want a Bachelor Larva. Yeah, as much as I want the special color versions, like if they do new releases for those sets, like they've already got me. Like that would be best case of them releasing a new, going through and doing decisive battle versions of those characters, and I hope they do. I hope 91 Ghidorah also gets it before I get the special color version. Although when it comes to accessories, the special color version is still necessary because one, as we talked about earlier, it's the gravity beams for Mecha King Ghidorah. So Mecha King Ghidorah is complete once that version's got. But then the kids ship, the teleporting ship, that is also in that set, and I keep forgetting that. So technically, Mecha King Ghidorah isn't complete until you get the ship as well. So you need 91 to come with it, and if we get a decisive battle 91 Hokkaido King Ghidorah MonsterArts, it would just be the battle damaged version. It would basically be what the Mecha King Ghidorah is, but on the 91. So it would be the damaged wings, and I think we'd get the damaged head. Basically, it would be exactly what the Haya is. It would just be the battle damage Haya, and then I don't think it would have gravity beams. There's a chance that the Dorats might be moved to that release as well. That would be like my only thing, because that's the only reason why I would technically need the Mecha King Ghidorah OG release, besides completist reasons, is for the Dorats. And that's it. Otherwise, then the Shinjuku version is literally that. So, what else? I mean, a Godzillasaurus as well. They need to do Godzillasaurus at some point, hopefully. We got Junior, we got Little Godzilla. They need to release Junior and the Destroy Evolution set again. I'm still waiting and waiting and waiting. Where is it? Anniversary Junior and set. Where is it at, man? I'm pissed it hasn't happened yet. I don't want to spend $300 on the Evolution set. I don't. It's ridiculous. That's expensive. For what that set is, that is expensive. Now, if you want to throw Junior and the Destroy Evolution set in a decisive battle set where it comes with everything, so then Junior would have the Atomic Breath still, and then you would have the two planes that the original release came with, and then the Destroy Evolution set would have the Evolution set all together, and then I mean, it'd probably just be that, but like if they wanted to throw in some Maser tanks and stuff, or they could do like an add-on extra set so we can get some buildings and Maser tanks. Bandai, come on, the 95 releases always come with Maser stuff, and this is the first year where neither Burning Godzilla or Destroy has, so it makes me think that they're holding that back for something, right? They could do like a Tokyo waterfront. I guess what they could be waiting for is that they'll do the Junior and the Destroyer one way or the other, hopefully. And then they could do a brand new Birth version that's like a decisive battle, Ghost Town Tokyo, whatever they wanted to call it. And then they could do, that decisive battle named as a set where it's basically like a ton of Masers, and then the Super X3, and then maybe some of the buildings, just put the damage building set in there, I guess, or it could just be the army set, Could be like 50, $60, which, you know, is pretty expensive for what it is, but, you know, I would like more, because I'm still gonna go buy back and buy all the old stuff, all the military stuff. So I will have to get the Garuda set for completists, but that's like way down the line. The military set, the first special effects set, I do want to get, and that's still pretty cheap. For some reason, I'm a little shocked, because that's Super X2, and that's it's still kind of easy to get in Japan. And then the building sets, those two are hard to get, and then obviously destroying. I guess Ultimate Burning Godzilla didn't have lasers. What's going on? Not much. Gozy Edges. Hi, welcome in. I'm kind of just rambling. We're kind of actually getting to the end of the stream, because we have actually gone the 2 hours. I didn't fully know if I would be going the 2 hours. I didn't know if I would have enough to talk about, but I feel like we kind of like we stayed in rhythm. I stayed in rhythm. Not you guys. I did. You guys did great. So I think I'm kind of actually at the end of stream now. Voice is getting hoarse. I got to start getting ready for work. Got to take care of Tater. I promised him a movie before I go. So we're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch something though. But I appreciate I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out tonight. You know, didn't have too much of a heads up, but I think I'll plan on a second stream maybe this weekend. Like I said, I'll work on the Passion Tank Shintober Shin Godzilla showcase, not review, showcase, and then we can do maybe a live stream Sunday, Saturday, maybe. Oh well, okay. Live stream would have to be Friday or Saturday, because those are the 2 days that my girlfriend works. Sunday she has days off, or is her day off, so I won't stream Sunday. So I'll attempt to get the Shintober Passion Tank Shin showcase out on Sunday, hopefully, and then maybe we'll do a live stream Friday or Saturday night. Good? I think that sounds good. I don't know about you guys, but I think I like that idea. So hopefully that works. I'll keep you guys in the know in posts on the chat. Hey, it's the baby. She must be on break. Hi, baby. So, but I'll make posts and keep you guys updated and any shenanigans that happen. But I want to thank everyone for coming out and hanging out. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing, hanging out with my dumb butt on a Thursday night. So Sharktopus, thank you. Gamerzilla, thanks. Oh man, this chat is huge. You guys were. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, talking tonight. Omar, I'm just trying to get everyone thanked here that chatted. Omar, Sharktopus, there's more down here. Holy moly, you guys are so super cool. Dude, hanging out and talking with me. Sunzilla, thank you very much. Alex, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Alex, Sharktopus, Sunzilla, oh my goodness, Omar, iKid, Godzilla -1, King of All Monsters, thank you. KD, thank you. Man, you guys are just super cool. And then there was one or two more, right? Yes. Here. And then we Goji edits, and then of course Lurs as well. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Take care. See you later this week.